It's simple, but not easy. Business is simple, but not always easy. It can be broken down into really simple steps that can be followed and repeated. But what makes it not easy, what makes it a little more difficult, is actually doing these things. Doing these simple steps that sometimes make us feel uncomfortable, push us outside of our comfort zone, and doing them consistently and continuously over time, letting the snowball build up and then start rolling. And when it does, then keep going. But if you're willing to follow these simple steps to push past the uncomfort, then it can really be as simple as these 7 steps. Show up, get in front of as many people as possible, share what you have to offer as often as possible, stand out, share yourself, share your story in a way that sets you apart, make it easy for clients to book with you, offer amazing customer service when they do book, ask for reviews and referrals, and then repeat. And I guess, thinking about it, there are actually 8 steps. So let's call step 0 specialize. Choose one service, ideally the one that you love the most, and run with that. Run with just that one service, and then you can move on to step 1, which is to show up confidently. And I've gone over confidence in depth in the past episodes. If you haven't listened, go back and listen, because I give you ways to show up confidently, even if you aren't feeling that way yet. But the importance of confidence is people want to buy, they want to book with someone who's confident in themselves and what they have to offer, and for your sake also, because it's so much easier to do the rest of the steps when you have confidence, because you know it's coming. I just told you, you know you're going to have to show up and showcase what you have to offer. So you need to build up your confidence, or you need to at least start acting that way. Confidence is key. But either way, you do need to show up, and you need to create a way people can find you, people can book with you, that people can pay you, and start sharing what you have to offer. Next up, number 2, you need to get in front of as many people as possible. And this is because, and I know you've heard me say this many times, people need to see what you have to offer at least 7 times before they even consider making a purchase, or in your case, booking with you. So not only do clients need to see you at least 7 times, but there is also conversion rates from those who actually do see what you have to offer. And what you have to offer is not for anyone. Some of these people will not be interested, and some of them will not be good candidates. Some of them will not be ready, or not be able to afford what you have to offer. So the more people you get in front of, the more conversions you will have. So what does that mean? Showing up as often as you can, but also in multiple places. I've heard of this called as being omnipresent. Everywhere your potential clients are, there you are too. Now, please do this reasonably. Don't overexert yourself, because in the end, quality is best over quantity. But if you do have the capacity for quantity, just get it going. It's just going to push you there. It's going to get you there so much faster. But also remember, you can repurpose. If you do decide to show up in multiple places, on multiple platforms, you can reuse what you have already created. Share your Insta Reels to TikTok and YouTube Short using Snaptic. Share your Instagram captions to Facebook. My favorite way to get 4 pieces of content out of one idea is to start from the top. Start with your largest piece of content. This top piece of content is a long form email, a blog post, a YouTube video, or a script, podcast, and then you can repurpose this into medium pieces of content, and you can repurpose this one idea, this one piece of content, to all of those mediums as well, and start off on 4 platforms already with 4 potentially different audiences. But this is where you break it down. So take the main idea and break it down over a carousel post for Instagram and Facebook if you're using that. So your carousel post would condense all of the ideas, but you can spread it out over 10 and now 20 carousel posts and your caption. Now take each one of those ideas, each carousel post, and expand on each of them as an Insta post or a reel. And then if you create it into a reel, you can repurpose that into a YouTube short and a TikTok video. See how it doesn't always have to be new ideas. It can be one idea broken down and reused and repurposed. And guess what? If it performed well, you can reuse it again in a few months, because like I said earlier, not all your audiences is seeing your content. You are also getting new followers, and they need to see you at least 7 times. So show up where you can and reuse and repurpose where you can. Now, this is a lot of times the bottleneck in the simple steps. If showing up confidently didn't stop you and you made it to this point, this may be what's holding you back. And I get it. It held me back too, because And I made a whole episode on this too, but it's because we think selling is bad. We think it's sleazy or slimy and we don't like to do it. But when you are offering a quality product, or in your case, a quality service, then offering what you have is a good thing. It's a very good thing. So this is what happens when we show up. We showcase our businesses, our work, our personalities. We get on there and we share our edge. We show up on multiple platforms, but then we never really offer what we have. We don't say, hey, you can have this for this price. You can book now and have a spot next week. We hold back on that part. If a potential client reaches out and asks a question, we answer, but we don't finish with, I have this availability. Would you like to book in? Or I'd love to chat with you in person at a consult. I have this and this time available for a 30-minute consult, to actually take them to the next step. So we have to remember to actually make the offer to our potential clients so they can take that next step, so they can become paying clients. And this does lead us into number 4. When you do make the offer, make it easy to book with you. But before moving on to number 4, making it easy to book, I think the reason why we are held back on making the offer, the reason partially why we don't actually make the offer, is that we are scared of rejection. We're scared of them saying no. We're scared of them, like, in my mind, I'm like flat out laughing at me, but like, why would they do that? And if they do say no, that's totally fine. They have that right. And to be honest, if they're saying no, there may be a viable reason to it. So think of no as a good thing. You can move on and focus on somebody else instead of wasting your time on someone who isn't ready. So don't be scared of the rejection. Show up and make that offer. Okay, so making it easy for clients to book with you. This is a stopping point for clients. If it's not easy, they won't book. So be sure to make it easy. Use an online booking site. This makes it easier for you and for your clients. There are free ones too. You don't need to pay for them if you don't want to. You don't need those paid features. I actually use a free one still. I use Square. So this is step 1 to making it easy. Then make it clear what they should book. If you offer too many services, clients can get overwhelmed, and you may be thinking they can just reach out and I'll help them. And that's amazing for clients who do want that. But a lot of clients won't do that. They will just not book. So make it clear, make them book a consult, or make a section for new clients. However you do it, make it easy and make it simple for them. And now that you've done that, link your online booking to everything. And now that you've set up the online booking and you've made booking very simple and clear as to what they should book, take that link and add it to everything available that you have online, everywhere you've decided to show up. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, your website, your Google business profile. That's the fastest walk ever! Now, wherever clients find you, they can book with you. Next up, you want to make it easy for clients who need a little more hand-holding. The client who wants to message you, the client who wants a consult. Now, you want to make it known that they can reach out if they have questions and how they should do so. This is why I offer consults. It's an easy way to get clients to commit, and I can easily answer questions in person. It also relieves some stress for me because day of, I've already met the client. I already know what their brows look like. I already know what I'm doing. And 99% of the time, I get the booking, so I don't see it as a waste of my time. But even some of my clients just want me to book them in for them, to manually do it, and honestly, that's fine. I'd rather take the 5 minutes to chat with them, set a date and a time, get their info, and book them in, than lose out on a client, than lose out on the sale. And this is not to say to take any client, to let clients walk all over you. You need boundaries, and you need to do this within reason. If you're feeling pushed, taken advantage of, this is not the client for you. Okay, so number 5, they booked. Yay! Now you need to offer them the best customer service that you can. You've got them. Now's your chance to wow them. And not only with the service, because I know you're already going to do that. You're going to offer them an amazing service, but with your customer service, because whether we like it or not, we are in the customer service business. Think about the last time you went to a restaurant and the service was just amazing. You felt fully taken care of. You hardly had to ask for anything. And sometimes this can even make up for the food not being like the best. And I know personally that coming from the hospitality industry, I really respect service staff, and getting good service is just an amazing thing. And also makes me want to open up my wallet and tip them so much. So that not being your main reason, but can also come into play too. If you're offering amazing customer service, your clients may feel even more inclined to tip you at checkout. But think about it from the other side. If you went to the restaurant and even if the food was amazing, but your service was kind of shitty, they forgot about things you asked for, they were just not around and attentive, same situation. Even if the food was amazing, you were probably not going to go back. Now, I'm not saying that if a client won't come back if you don't offer them amazing customer service, because knowledge, skills, and art are also a huge factor here. But it can definitely help them want to come back and leading into the next step, wanting to leave you a review and refer their friends and family to you. And that just drives more traffic, more bookings to us. So my top tip on offering amazing customer service is that communication is key. Share as much information as possible with your clients all the time, before, during, and after their appointment. Even if they don't read or look at what you've shared, you have been upfront and you shared all of it. Share as much about the appointment before they come, about the service, healing, aftercare, the cost, your policies, your location, parking, anything you can. Also, share as much as you can while you are in the appointment, while you're doing the service, so they don't feel in the dark about what's coming next. Send them home with aftercare and healing info and go over it with them before they leave. The more info you can give them, the better off you both will be, and the happier the client will be feeling and the more informed they'll be feeling. And the final piece to this is following up with your clients, but that leads us into number 6. The best compliment I've ever received from a client is how much she loved all of the back-end appointment information, confirmations, and check-ins. It's amazing to hear because I've spent years fine-tuning my client intake, confirmation, and follow-up process, and I know that it works, and you get access to all of it in my signature program, the Fully Booked Formula. But to hear a client really appreciate the back-end of the customer service I offer really hit my heart. So next up is following up, and this is the extension of offering amazing customer service to your client because you are checking in with them. And who doesn't love to be thought of and checked in with? But there's also a reason behind it. It's for you to ask for a review and a referral, because doing both of these things, asking for reviews and referrals, helps you attract and book more clients by not really having to do a lot more work. Your business needs reviews. Potential clients need social proof to see that other people just like them went to you and loved what you had to offer. When's the last time you bought something substantial without at least quickly checking for a review? I know I even do it. I was just shopping for a clear purse on Amazon for my first ever NFL game that I just went to, and I was like, a $20 clear purse, but I still wanted to hear what other girls had to say about it. So clients do want to hear what other people have to say about your $300 plus face tattoo, right? So ask for a review and then share them because they are such easy content. And referrals are even easier because really your client or clients, once they're on board with this, they are doing the work for you. You can definitely set up a referral program, but you can also just simply ask your clients. If they know anyone that may be interested, just shoot them my way or hand them a few business cards in their aftercare kit when they're leaving the studio. I know I have a lot of clients who ask for them on their way out, saying something like, oh, I know my friend Nancy is going to be all over asking me who did my brows. Also, return clients, more and more clients sending you referrals, it is going to snowball and the work you will have to do will become less and less. It will also just become easier as it becomes second nature. But the thing is, business never stops. The process has to keep going. But I can tell you, it does get easier, it becomes more natural, and it does flow more. So that is it, your 7 simple steps to building a successful PMU business. And like I said, simple, but not always easy, but I know that you can do it. If you want a closer look at these 7 steps, at 7 methods to attract and book more clients today, download the free Booked Up Guide. The link is in your show notes. And you also have an exclusive offer in there if you do want to keep going with your business building education. While you're at it, please hit like and subscribe. I put out new videos twice a week. See you then.